Marco Polo Del Nero, Brazil's top soccer official, was provisionally barred from the sport by FIFA on Friday. The move came 2 years after American authorities announced 7 counts of corruption charges against him, and as he continued to avoid facing those charges in an American court by remaining in Brazil. The decision was announced by the Ethics Committee of FIFA, International Soccer's global governing body, which has been slow to discipline officials implicated in the sprawling American case focused on world soccer. Of the more than 40 people charged by the United States in 2015, Mr. Del Nero was the last in power, presiding over Brazil's soccer federation with impunity since the charges against him were unsealed. Those charges included money laundering, wire fraud and racketeering conspiracies. As 3 of Mr. Del Nero's former colleagues from South American soccer have faced trial in Brooklyn this month for similar charges, his name has figured prominently into the arguments. American prosecutors and criminal defense lawyers have called the conspicuously absent executive a linchpin in the web of corruption. According to evidence introduced in federal court, Mr. Del Nero accepted $6.55 million in bribes from 2010 to 2016, soliciting that money from business executives in exchange for his vote to award them lucrative media and marketing contracts. The provisional ban announced Friday was effective immediately, FIFA said. It is effective for 90 days and can be extended for an additional 45 days, as FIFA's ethics investigators presumably continue an investigation into Mr. Del Nero's conduct, first laid out in December 2015. Brazil has been implicated in an outsized way in the American case. Including Mr. Del Nero, at least 6 defendants are Brazilian, the most of any country. José Maria Marin, one of the defendants on trial this month, preceded Mr. Del Nero as the head of Brazil's soccer federation. Del Nero was actually running things, a lawyer for Mr. Marin said in court on Thursday, ascribing to Mr. Del Nero the bribe deals that cooperating witnesses testified they had struck with Brazilian officials. The lawyer cited an email one such businessman had sent to remind himself to call Marco Polo about transfer, referring to a bribe payment. Mr. Del Nero had shown every indication of carrying on in his job in recent months. In Brazil, which extradites its citizens only for drug crimes, he has remained a free man, though he has limited his international travel as authorities remain on alert for him. Leading to the 2016 Summer Olympics, Mr. Del Nero met with Gianni Infantino, FIFA's president, in Brazil. Far from shunning the accused criminal, Mr. Infantino posed for several pictures with him, smiling in one while holding up a Brazil jersey bearing Mr. Infantino's name. The case has been bad for Brazil's reputation, Walter Feldman, the Secretary General of the Brazilian Soccer Association, said last year, adding, "We're used to a different system of justice, and we hope the American authorities end things soon."